On a Sunday afternoon trip between Maynooth and County Kildare and Edenderry and County Offaly, just past the crossroads at Donadea Forest Park, we spotted an old world public house on the right-hand side of the road, known to us now as Roches of Derry. My travelling companion and I decided to stop up to sample some of the hospitality of this busy establishment. On entering the building, we learned that the pig on the spit had already been all eaten up, all but a few bread rolls, which we were delighted to sample, a very special treat indeed, followed by some light beverages and a good old-fashioned pot of tea brewed on the open turf fire hob. We decided to spend some time here to take a look at the features of this unusual hostelry. On a On looking around the interior of the building, there are all kinds of memorabilia decorating the walls. Pictures and photographs going back to the Great Famine of 1847 to the War of Independence of 1916, including the Civil War of 1922. Also displayed is a photo of the first Fianna Fáil government that came to power in 1932, under its leader, Eamon de Valera. Local people and their families working on the bog on different years throughout the centuries feature big on the wall here, as turf has always been the prime source of fuel dating back generations. We also notice a picture of the famous Cumann leader, Maud Gonne, accompanied on the wall by Michael Collins and Arthur Griffith. Also on the other side of the building is a street map of Old Dublin from the turn of the century. Hanging up on the wall also is an old enamel-coated steel sign with the name Carroll inscribed on the front. After making inquiries about this, we were informed that it was of a previous owner from the early 1900s. And of course also present is a photo of Mr. and Mrs. Jack Roche, who had been the owners here since the 1950s. We also learned that the Roche family had since or recently retired from the business and that a new owner was now in place. We were reminded once again that the pig in the spit is always the popular and savoury dish here on weekends throughout the year, or for any other special occasions on request. A tour of this public house is an education in itself, not to mention the quality of drink and food served here on any given day. So without further ado, we shall go to the bar area and hopefully have a couple of words with the new owner, Eugene Spellman.
Blue movies. Taking photographs of him.
I understand you're the new owner.
Yes, my name is Eugene Spellman.
And when did you take over?
I took over in December 2010.
I take it by your accent that you're not from these parts.
No, I'm from Cashel in County Tipperary.
So you went to school there as a young boy.
I went to school locally.
As a young man growing up in Tip, did you have any aspirations to enter the catering trade and become a barman, or more importantly, a publican?
As a young man growing up, I was fond of the catering trade, and I now have 20 years experience.
I'm told the last owners were 50 years here, give or take a few, and with that kind of seniority and experience, it must have been a hard act to follow. And yes, you handled the situation here with great ease and confidence.
Yes, I trained in the Rackpool area, where there is a big population, in a pub called On Hutchins Still. It is owned by my uncle Lewis Fitzgerald, where speedy and efficient service was the order of the day.
It was very busy here when we arrived earlier on, and yes, yourself and your staff were coping perfectly with the customers.
Yes, I was lucky to retain Mrs. Roche's staff, as they have all the experience necessary to cope with the situation here.
Traditional and folk music appears to play a big part in the proceedings here.
Yes, Brunniscon is a regular group here at the weekend.
Well, on that note, we would like to wish you the best and continued success in the future and the years ahead.
Thank you.
It is now late into the evening, and I'm afraid our planned trip to Eden Derry will have to be put on hold for another day. But we will certainly pencil this occasion in for a return visit. Agus sinna bhfuil a gcuine uasta, agus bíime de raise a rís go dtí an teach de róiste le cúnamh dé. Slán go fóill.
Young